You're listening to Bottle Blondes Podcast. So today's episode, obviously, as you can see, we have a third microphone. We have a third chair sitting here. And we're doing things a little different this episode.
We are.
We're switching it up. Instead of wine, we have coffee today because we are filming in the morning for the first time ever. We normally film like late afternoon, kind of nighttime, but today we're filming in the morning, so I felt like it was really appropriate to have coffee.
Yes.
Instead of wine because
we need to wake up. We're on Good Morning America. This morning, wake up.
Yep. Wake up with us.
I guess we're going to go ahead and introduce our special guest.
I'm so excited.
He's traveled a long way to be here, all the way from New Orleans. This is Vincent Griffith.
Everyone, welcome our special guest for the day, my fiance, Dee.
Thank you, studio audience, for the response.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing this morning?
Doing pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty good.
He traveled a long way from the bedroom to the kitchen to be here with us today. We will start off with our one good thing that happened to us this week, as always. Okay, so I guess my one good thing that happened this week would be Brandi always says I have some big extravagant good thing.
She always does.
But I don't this
week. She tries
week.
to one-up me.
I don't this week. I guess really one good thing that happened this week was we got a lot of wedding planning done, and we got some stuff taken care of, some stuff out of the way, and we finalized our guest list and stuff. So that is one less thing we have to do.
One less thing to worry about.
Oh, and we picked a venue for my bridal shower, which is another thing.
See, this is what she does every time. We come in here, and she's like, I don't really know what to say. And then she just has this huge announcement to announce. And then I'm over here like, well, I didn't cry yesterday. So that was great. But
I guess that's it.
Okay. My one good thing was I went to my Bible study for church on Tuesday. And you go in there and you realize that you're not the only one struggling, and everyone has problems. And we all just kind of discussed what was going on with our lives and talked about it together, and we prayed together. And it was a really good experience, and I really liked going there. And I made some friends through there. So I love meeting new people and hearing their stories and making friends. And I really like going there. So it was a good experience. That was a good day for me.
That's good.
Yeah.
See, that was a really good thing.
Thank you. I cried afterwards, though. It was emotional.
Well, I mean, it's
everybody was
like,
talking, and we kind of just all cried together.
Yeah, it's kind of like
we got
supportive,
it out.
happy tears.
Supportive woman helping each other in their lives, because everybody's got something going on.
Yeah,
you may think everybody has it perfect, but
that is true.
So, Dee, one good thing that happened to you this week?
I guess for starters, I woke up this morning. That's God woke me up, so that's a good thing.
He gave you another
It's a blessing.
day.
Yeah. Other than that, I actually got to go out in the yard and practice with baseball for a little bit.
Oh, I seen that. That was so cute.
Yeah, I did. Like she said, I got to order her wedding band. I ordered that. So, other than that, that's really it.
I guess you're all wondering what this episode's about. So, the reason why we have Dee here today, that's the whole question, what's going on? Today, we're going to be talking about my proposal and everything that went down, all the details, all the behind-the-scenes stuff I didn't know about, the planning, and then what led up to the big day, how the big day went, and how I felt, and that's what today's episode is about.
So, we're interviewing Dee today on his thoughts. And then I'm going to give my outside perspective because Dee was driving me crazy. So I'll go into that.
I'm getting grilled today.
He is, basically. Thank you for being here and allowing us to do this.
Yeah.
I feel like this week's episode is kind of more so for the men.
Yeah.
I feel like normally we talk to a lot of women, young women, but I feel like today this episode is geared more towards the men. So
yeah. So we have an actual man here today.
Yeah, so we brought a man for the man episode.
A whole man.
And then you can give advice to men out there, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we can end it on that.
I mean, men, if you're out there
Coming from a man.
thinking about proposing to your girlfriend, here's some ideas.
Ideas, yeah.
Another reason why this episode is the theme that it is, our 3-year official dating anniversary is this week. So,
Yep.
in honor of 3 years together. Really more than that, but officially as boyfriend and girlfriend, if you want to call it, 3 years together.
So let's go back in time real quick to this moment at the Cheesecake Factory when Dee asked you to be his girlfriend. Dee, what was going through your head at the moment? Hannah, what was going through your head at the moment?
Well, I had been thinking about it for a while. I was like, well, we have been talking for a little bit. So
A year. Not a little bit. 1 whole year.
Well, y'all were like friends first, and then y'all kind of became more than friends, and
She exaggerated. So
Okay.
it was.
I'm going to sip my coffee and shut up.
I thought about it for a while, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I better make this official. So I told her to, get nice, get pretty, all that, and we was going to go on a date. And we actually went to the Cheesecake Factory.
Which is still one of our favorite places.
Yeah, food is okay,
is
but
also-
I really go there for the
Cheesecake.
the cheesecake.
Like, no one goes there for the food. It's,
No,
it's
I don't think so.
honestly,
Yeah.
sorry, Cheesecake Factory, it's honestly mediocre. And the fact that you do not have chicken tenders on the menu, you have this variety of all this fancy food for a really high price. And, like, I can't afford that, so I was looking for the chicken tenders. They don't have them. If
Tell me
anyone was
the
wondering.
cheesecake is the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best part.
I'm sure the steaks are good, but I'm too poor to afford a steak, so...
I'm dying at the chicken tenders.
They have pasta, burgers, they have everything.
They have pizza.
They have pizza.
Yeah, they got pizza.
They don't have chicken tenders.
No chicken tendies
No
for
chicken
Brandi.
tendies for me. So I just come there for the cheesecake. The pasta is mediocre. I can get better pasta
At Olive Garden.
at Olive Garden and House Pizza.
Olive Garden is I think Olive Garden kind of mediocre.
Oh, no.
We're not shaming Olive Garden.
No, we're getting off track.
Olive
Back to the
Garden's
Cheesecake
sponsors.
Factory.
Told her to get pretty. We were going out on a date, and I didn't really. This was kind of just like a spare thing that I did. I didn't know if I was a fit. I thought about doing it that night, but I didn't know for sure if I was going to do it that night.
Oh, so you were having doubts about Hannah?
No, it wasn't that. The planning was kind of off, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. So we went. We were sitting there eating, and did I go to the restroom or did I get?
You said you were going to the restroom.
Yeah, I told her I was going to the restroom, but I really went to talk to our waiter.
Mm-hmm.
So I told her my whole plan. I was like, bring out her favorite cheesecake, and I asked her, was there a possibility to actually write on the plate, will you be mine or something like that? Well, I think she gave me that idea, really. So they were able to do it. So after we finished dinner, they brought it out and set the plate in front of her, and she looked down at it and she was like she was very excited.
Yeah.
And the reason why I said my planning was kind of off was because I initially planned to buy a bracelet or a necklace, and I didn't get to order it in time. So after dinner, the Cheesecake Factory was connected to the mall. So after dinner,
As all Cheesecake Factories are.
Really.
They really all are.
Yeah.
So after dinner, I took her to Kay's jewelry, and I told her to pick out whatever she wanted. I told her, don't worry about the price, don't worry about anything, just pick it out. And she didn't want to break my pockets, which I thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I told her necklace, bracelet, anything she wanted. Just pick it out and I'll buy it. And I was hoping she'd pick a necklace because that's what I was going to buy her. And she did. It's pretty.
It's a diamond necklace. It's really pretty.
Boys that are listening, girls love jewelry of any kind.
And flowers.
Yeah, diamonds.
See,
are
some
best
girls
friend.
say they don't really like that stuff, but I feel like I am. I love jewelry and I love getting flowers. And
I do too.
I spoil myself. So I spoil myself on things. So you need to spoil yours.
I mean, do it for yourself, ladies.
Yeah.
Honestly. If you don't have a man, just get it yourself.
But I expect the man to spoil me too. Like
Exactly.
how I would spoil myself.
Right.
Well, and men like to be spoiled as well.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. We like that.
I feel like I spoil you.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how we officially got together.
Yes.
And
So at that time, were you thinking like 3 years from now, or like that
No.
all this was gonna happen?
no,
No.
absolutely not. I mean, like I said, we had been like seeing each other. Going on dates, hanging out for a year. A year, guys.
It was a year.
And we were living together at the time, me and Brandi, and I was like, dude, if he don't ask me soon, like, what am I going to do? Like, I was getting to the point where I was like, it's been a year, almost a year. What's going on? Like, am I just here? You know, but then really not long after we had that conversation is when he asked me. So I guess he got the hint.
And I only waited because, I was in a sticky situation.
Yeah.
So I had to make sure, me moving on, that first of all, that I was in a place and my feelings and just myself, I just had to make sure I was okay to move on.
And of course, like, you have a kid too, so you
Right.
need to think about him
Exactly.
too, and be like, is this going to be good for
Exactly.
me with my kid? And like,
So I had to make sure the situation was right, everything was okay. So it was really the timing.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense, though. I can respect that.
Because I was kind of, still broken from previous things. So I had to make sure that I had myself together and my situation, straight before I moved on.
which is
Right.
good.
Yeah.
I think it's good that you did do that, because like, make sure you're in the right place
Right. 'Cause
first
I feel
to
like
begin the
a lot of
relationship.
people don't do that, and they just jump into a new relationship without really healing and really getting down to the issue and putting the pieces of the puzzle back together, from being broken. And they just hop in a new relationship, and they carry a lot of those things over to
Yeah.
the new relationship.
Like, you haven't moved on from that, so how are you going to try to start something new when you're still broken yourself?
And
So I get that.
I mean, I came out of if you hadn't watched episode 2, go watch it now. I talked a lot about this in that episode, but I also was in a really bad position, with my mental health, and I was also broken. And honestly, at the time, I liked him a lot and I wanted him to be my boyfriend, but at the same time, like, I have to respect the fact that he did what he did, because I feel like he also knew that I needed to heal too. And he knew what I had went through, because, we worked at the same job. We talked about a lot of this, really openly together, even when we were just friends. And he knew that I had went through a lot of things. And I feel like he also gave me that time I didn't know I needed to repair myself and love myself again, so I could be in a healthy relationship. And obviously it worked out.
That's true. Yeah.
What led up to you thinking about proposing, and what was going through your head?
This is all going to be news to me, guys, so I'm ready to hear it.
Nearing the end of 2020 is when I really started thinking about, okay, where do I see this relationship going? Like, is she marriage material? Do I want to marry her? And I came to a decision, and I said yes. But I didn't come to that decision on my own. I prayed about it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. And God gave me my answer, so I was like, okay, it's time for me to take this next step in life and make it official. And I think that's when I came to, I think I came to you, Brandi, and told you that I was looking at rings and stuff, and I was going to propose.
Yeah, this is when we were living in the apartment, and Dee would come over like all the time and watch TV with us at night. We'd watch our trashy reality shows and stuff. And Hannah was getting ready for bed, and she was in the other room. And Dee just comes over to me. He was like, look at these. He set rings on his phone, and he was like, look at these. Do you think she'd like any of these? And I was like, oh, are you going to do it?
And me and Hannah, we talked about it before. I was just kind of picking her brain to see, like, later on down the road, a couple of years from now, if we got married, like, what type of rings do you like?
He did pick my brain. He was subtly asking me questions, like, of what I would like.
So actually in 2021, January, I actually purchased a ring. and pretty much held on to it until that August. But I had to hurry up and buy it because this ring, I think that was the very last one that they had. Like, I checked all over the country. I'm not exaggerating. Like,
No.
I called
This
called
man
Jared.
flew out to Japan. He was in China.
Oh, seriously, I got the ring from Jared. I saw it online. It was a great deal. I called. They said they only had one left, but it was not near any of our surrounding stores. The closest one, I want to say, well, maybe at that time they had two. One was in North Carolina, and it was one in California. I was talking to one of their representatives for about 3 days about this ring, trying to get it shipped to me, but they wanted to like ship it to the store first to inspect it and then send it to me. Went through a lot of trouble getting it.
Well, it didn't go unappreciated, because I love it. Go into how you told my friends. Did you tell Brandi first?
Yeah, of course. Brandi was the first one I told.
Yeah, I think you told me, and I think you told Sarah, because you work with Sarah.
So
So you seen Sarah, and you told her. Yeah.
I eventually told Caitlin in person. I can't really remember when.
Seems like a lot of guys forget about important events.
Yeah.
A lot of guys be don't remembering stuff.
Yeah, we got.
Be don't remembering. They be don't remember.
They don't be remembering. Like, I be asking Garrett something that happened like 3 years ago, and he was like, "No, we didn't do that. When was that?"
We have so much going on in
I feel like y'all have a selective
our head.
remembering of things.
Probably so.
Yeah.
And then I think I came back and told you guys. I think I told you first. Actually, some of the things I was trying to do as far as the proposal that I had planned.
I know there were different times that you were thinking about doing it. Because I know y'all were going to go on that cruise. And did you think about doing it then?
Yeah, I thought about it.
Yeah.
Because my family had a cruise booked, but of course, COVID
canceled all cruises.
Yeah, messed it up. So I think I had it planned to do it then on the beach. And then I think after that, I told her that me and her was going to take a mini vacation down to the beach. Normally, when they take their vacation, they do a girls' trip for her birthday, and it's only the females. And this year, the guys were invited. So she told me to cancel our little trip, because I think we was doing that in September. I think we planned to do that like the 1st of September. Her birthday's in August. So she told me to cancel that trip and just go, on the August trip.
Yeah.
And I think it honestly worked out in the best way. Because if you would have went on that cruise and proposed there, all of the after stuff that happened wouldn't have happened. And I think it honestly worked out in the best way. It kind of sucked at the time, but God's timing, like
you're absolutely right.
You got it right.
I think that he had his hands all over that, because with the cruise idea, I don't think I was going to be able to like capture the moment the way I wanted to, and that was something very important that I wanted to do. And
then obviously with all of us going together, you had all of our help to help make it special, the best really it could be. You weren't alone trying to figure it out all by yourself. Yeah, they because you might want to mess some stuff up. You needed a little help.
Her friends did a great job.
Yeah, my friends did an amazing job of helping him make it really special for me. And it was probably, it was so emotional.
Dee sucks at surprises and sucks at keeping a secret. You can see it all over his face. And then listen to this. This is what this man told her. Okay, so he had obviously, we went down there. It was a bunch of us, and they went down there together. They're a couple. They was like, we're gonna have one day, we're gonna go on a date and something. I was like, yeah, y'all should do that, because we're gonna be down there for a whole week. So y'all pick out a day, y'all do that. And she was picking outfits and stuff to bring for the trip, and she was showing him dresses, and he was like, well, do you like that dress? Is that a dress that you could see yourself getting married in and getting proposed to in? And Dee, that was the dumbest thing you could have said. Listen, females take every little inch and they be spinning it in a mile in their heads. And when you ask that girl, could you see yourself getting proposed to in that? So then we had to come in and cover up your tracks, because
Listen.
bad.
To my defense,
I don't think you have one.
this is what I was thinking. Okay, you girls get dressed up to go on dates and things, and girls' night out, y'all get pretty and everything. But I was wanting her to think about looking her very, very best. I feel like women dress to impress on certain different things. That's why I told her if we were going to a wedding or you was getting proposed to or your wedding dress, like put on something that you would want to look your very best in.
See, I get your idea of that, but why did you have to say wedding or proposal in that sentence?
Because I feel like that's the most important thing in a woman's life.
Yeah, but you don't.
But it made me suspicious.
That makes her suspicious, and that ruined. We had to backtrack. Okay,
y'all did a good job.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
they convinced me it wasn't going to happen.
If we wasn't there, she would have knew. She would have knew. So she was texting a group message. Obviously, we have a big group message with all our friends, and just to let you guys know, anytime that something happens in the relationship, we have to text the group chat and we have to get the board's approval. And so she's messaging us, y'all, I really think he's going to do it on this vacation. Like, he's been giving me all these signs and all these little hints. And we were like, I think Sarah came up with the idea. She was like, well, he told me at work he was planning a trip for y'all. He was thinking about doing like something
next year.
So she came up with this idea. And then we just kind of spun it and like that and tried to act like you weren't doing it there.
They convinced me otherwise.
I'm glad they did.
And he would just say these little things. And I would be in the room and I would just look at him like, are you stupid?
It was very hard to keep it in.
I guess you were just really excited, so.
Yeah, I was.
I almost figured it out, guys. I
mean, girls just have that intuition. Like, we just know things. Mm-hmm. We're smarter.
You asked my dad, of course.
Yes. Before we went on vacation, I think it was like maybe a couple of weeks before we went. I went over to the house. We had a beer, a couple of beers.
We went over to the house. Me and her dad got drunk.
Didn't get drunk, but we had a couple of Coronas with lime. I think I got a lime. I don't think your dad drank it with lime.
He probably did.
I don't know.
I've got my mom hooked on Coronas, but she does not like lime in them.
And that's so weird. That is weird.
The lime just...
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we sat there and, I just came out and I was like, hey, man, I don't really remember what I said word for word, but it was just pretty much, telling him how much I love his daughter and, that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. And, just pretty much if I could have his blessing, that would be amazing. And, I mean, he did not hesitate. He was like, I've been waiting on you to come over here and ask me this for the longest. Like, he was really waiting. He was like, I thought you was going to do this a couple of months ago.
Also, her dad kind of made her suspicious too, because he was like, Dee's coming over and he said he needed to talk about something with me.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
That was another reason why I thought, because my dad called me and he was like, yeah, me and Dee's getting ready to hang out. He had something he wanted to ask me. And I'm like, what could that be?
I told her, Dad, I was like, man, I think I told him, I was like, don't tell Hannah like I'm coming over. Because originally but he did anyway.
He did.
Originally, I think I wanted to like me and him to go out to eat or something like that. So if Hannah got suspicious or asked anything, we was just going out to eat. But something came up.
Because y'all do hang out a couple of times. Yeah. So it wasn't like out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
But by him telling her, yeah, Dee said he got something to tell me. Like, I told him not to say that.
But he did anyways. And I was there and she was like, I'm suspicious. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know what it could be.
But Brandi I feel like if Brandi would have really hard said, oh, no, I don't think so, then I think that would have made me more suspicious because I'd be like, she's trying to talk me out of it. But Brandi did a really good job and she was like, well, I don't know, Hannah. Like, he might be, but I would think that maybe he would tell us. But I don't know. But she played it really good.
Like, I was like, I figure if he would have been proposing, I feel like he would have talked to me about it. Mm-hmm. Because, like, I feel like me and Dee are friends. We're cool. Like, I feel like he would have talked to me and we would have had a conversation about it. But I was like, he hasn't said anything to me, so I don't know. So.
She got me.
See, I don't have a poker face. I'm not good at lying. I'm not good at that. Not at all.
Yeah, you're not. I'm a really good actress.
We eventually left to go on the trip, and we always go to the beach for my birthday. On my birthday, I need to be on a beach somewhere or I'm depressed. That's how I celebrate my life.
We rented out this huge, it was like a 4-bedroom
condo,
and it was beautiful. It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
It was very nice.
And it was a bunch of us down there. I think there was like, 8, 9 of us in all?
Yeah.
It was a bunch of us down there.
We usually go down to the beach in August every year, and Hannah's mom stays with us, and we usually all stay together. But we invited a bunch of our friends this time, so we kind of got our own place, and then she just got a separate place, just like right down the road from us. Dee didn't tell Hannah's mom about asking her because obviously everyone else already knew, and we already had this big plan involved, and like she needed somebody to tell because she was excited, and I feel like she needed like somebody to tell because we already knew.
Like my whole family, I think my mom and dad, they all knew that I was proposing.
Like you needed somebody to share in your excitement.
Right.
So we kept her mom under the loop.
Because they wanted me to have somebody to surprise and tell after it was over, which I'm very thankful we all did that, because that was one of the good moments about it, was me getting to surprise my mom.
Yeah, and you recorded it, and you had that forever.
Right. So that was a really good thing.
So we're going to go to the day of the proposal. I think, we've been out on the beach for a little bit.
Yeah. That was like our third day down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this was the plan. So y'all got dressed up, ready to leave and everything. And because y'all had to be at the place really early, I remember.
Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm.
And we usually don't go out to eat till later. So we were kind of just getting ready, and y'all left. And as soon as y'all left, locked the door, the plan was in motion. We had 3 of us that were staying at the place, and we kind of cleaned up, and we had a few decorations. So we kind of put up the few decorations that we had, while we had another group of us, other 3 of us that were going out to get more decorations, and they got more champagne and a cake and everything. So we were left. I was in the group that was in the apartment, so we stayed behind, clean, make sure everything looked good. So we did what we could, and then we went out and ate, came back early, set everything else up. We had balloons, we had decorations, we had little gift baskets for both of them when they came in.
It was huge.
Kaden set up the bed, so that was nice of her. Yep. She decorated the bed and made little towel swans.
Yeah.
And it was very romantic. We were tracking Hannah's location. And because it was taking a while for her to get back. And then we realized she had stopped, and I was like, I bet she's going to tell her mom.
Yeah.
Ideas that I had didn't go through, so this idea, I think I booked this whole proposal. And by the way, this is a really good idea. Anybody living in the state of South Carolina, North Carolina, or Georgia, Myrtle Beach Sailing School has a marriage proposal. Just you go check their website out. Really great price. Great idea. It's pretty, especially if your girlfriend loves the beach or if you love the beach. But
very romantic.
It was very romantic. Very romantic.
So they took y'all on like the boat ride. So when y'all got on the boat and everything, were you suspicious of that?
No.
Okay, when we first pulled up, I think she was kind of like questioning, like, where are we?
Yeah, I was.
I think I had told you that we were
going on a dinner cruise.
I told her we was going on a dinner cruise, but normally with dinner cruises, you be with like
a bunch of people,
a bunch of other people. I mean,
there was nobody else there.
The whole boat is full of people upstairs and downstairs. When we got there, it was just me and her. It was like a little sailboat, and it was just me and her. You can go check them out, Myrtle Beach Sailing School. Give them great business, great review, 5 stars.
They did a good job. They did a whole photo shoot for y'all and everything.
Yes, so I had all this planned. The plan was, for me and her to go out on the inlet, the waterways. We was gonna have dinner on the sailboat. They would drop us off at Bird Island.
I
think that's like the start of North Carolina, in between South and North Carolina, right near Sunset Beach. I think right next to it. We got off there and we got into this smaller boat to actually get to the island. And we had a tour guide, but he was really the photographer, taking pictures of the whole moment.
See, I was under the impression that he was just part of the crew.
Yeah.
But he was actually just a photographer.
Right. So, we walked the beach, for a while, and he was telling us different things to look at on the beach and different sightings and stuff like that. And I think one of the big things that's on that island is the little mailbox.
The mailbox, yeah. I
forgot
forgot what it's called.
I forgot the name of it.
But
it's like this mailbox that they got on the beach, and it's been there for, years, and people go in with, notebooks and letters, and they stick inside the mailbox.
And everybody can go and read them and
stuff.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's really nice.
Yeah, that you, write something and stick it in the mailbox, and people can take them out and read them, and you can write something and put in there. It's like a big, huge mailbox.
It's really neat.
It was really cool.
So we did that for a while. We was on the beach for a while. We walked that island for a very long time. And then the whole time I was walking, I did not know when was the right time to actually get on one knee and propose. Because in my head I was thinking, okay, he's taking pictures of this. Where's the best place for him to capture the whole moment? And I didn't know. I was getting nervous. I was sweating, and I was like, okay, well. And then all of a sudden, I just got down on one knee. I think we was on top of this big sand dune.
Yeah. There was a big mountain, not a mountain, but a big dune kind of thing. And we were on top of it, and if you looked one way, you could see the ocean. And
the other way, you just saw the grass plain.
Yeah.
It was very, very
It was
pretty.
Really pretty.
Very pretty. And I just, got down on one knee, and I don't remember what I said word for word, because I was nervous. Very nervous. But I just pretty much told her, she's the love of my life. I'm ready to spend the rest of my life with her. And asked her to marry me. And she said yes, of course.
Of course I did. I was ugly crying.
Yes, she was.
Oh my gosh. I was trying to keep it cool, because by that point when he got down on one knee, I kind of noticed the guy taking pictures, but I wasn't really worried about that. I felt so many emotions, and I couldn't help it. I just had to get it out. But the pictures were awesome.
There were so many emotions that day, and I was really stressed out that day, because I was like, well, what if she see the ring in my pocket? What if she see the bulge? Because I had planned on just putting the ring in my pocket, which I really should have did. But I bought this fancy little box with a light on it to put the ring in, so I wanted her to see all of that. So yeah, it was a wild day.
Yeah. I kept the ring in my room, because I had my own room in the place, and I kept it in my room. And one day we were playing hide and seek, because we're 12-year-olds. We were playing hide and seek.
It was drunk hide and seek.
It was drunk hide and seek. And people started going in there, and I was like, y'all don't go in there, because if Hannah goes in there, she might go through something.
Yeah.
And it was stressful. But so y'all got engaged there, and then got back on the boat, and
we had when we got back on the boat, they had the I think it was a vase of roses.
It was a vase of a dozen roses.
A dozen roses, champagne, and the whole time, we were before we actually got off on the island, they had music playing.
Mm-hmm.
And
they brought our food to us. It was really nice.
It was really nice. So on our way back,
very bougie.
It was very.
So when we went back, the dozen roses was sitting there. He took some more pictures, and then we went back to the front of the sailboat and had these two little bean bags sitting up there.
Mm-hmm.
So they got the music playing again, and the sun was setting at that time.
Oh my gosh, it was so gorgeous.
And we were sitting there drinking the champagne. Drank the whole bottle.
We drank the whole entire bottle.
Yeah, got a little
tipsy.
Yeah. we drank it way too fast.
We did. We were too excited.
We was just drinking our champagne and watched the sunset, and we finally got back to the boating dock. We got out, we got off, we talked to the captain and the photographer for a while, and then we left. Stopped at her mom's place first to surprise her and give her the good news.
Mm-hmm. And during this time, we were on the little, out of our room, you could see the street and everything. We were trying to see y'all's car on the road.
Yeah.
We had everybody checking people's location, because we had been set up for like an hour just waiting.
See,
and we was like, oh, I think she stopped at her mom's.
Yeah.
So then you can tell that story about how you came in and told your mom.
Well, we stopped at my mom's little place, which was right down the road from where we were staying. And I called her and I was like, I'm going to stop by there for a minute. She was like, okay. So I walked in and I kind of had my hand like this, when I walked in. And I was like, I got to tell you something. And she was like, okay. And she was sitting down in the recliner and I just pulled my hand out and showed her the ring. And I think it took her a minute to register what was going on, because she looked at me and then she looked at my hand and she was like, and her whole face just was like, oh my gosh. And she was like, she was so excited, and she was like, hold on, I gotta put my glasses on because I can't see it. And then she looked at it and said it was beautiful, and she got up and hugged us. She was so happy. And I FaceTimed my grandma and showed her, and she was like, I don't have my teeth in.
I recorded the whole thing.
Yeah. But yeah, she was really excited, and we spent a little bit over there. The whole time I didn't know they were waiting. And another thing you almost spoiled for me was when we were on the boat ride back, I was under the impression that y'all didn't know, and I was going to get to surprise y'all too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I have this on video. Literally, I was like, everybody back home doesn't know. We're about to go surprise them. And Dee was like, do they know?
Idiot.
I don't know. Do they know?
I mean, it's not like I told her they know.
I was still really surprised when I walked in and saw everything. And so when we finally got back to where we were staying, I was under the impression that everybody was just going to be chilling, sitting there, and I was surprising them.
We had Kaden. She was because where her room was, there was a window to look outside where the door is. So she was stationed right there waiting for y'all to walk up. And she was just recording and recording and recording. And then she saw y'all and she was like, go, go, go. And then we gave Daniel one job. See, everybody had a job. His only job was to play the music at the right time. Because we were playing Congratulations.
By Post Malone.
When they walked in. So I was like, all you have to do is hit this button at the right time. And he was a little off, but it's okay.
I thought he did great.
I thought he did pretty good.
Yeah.
He was just looking. I was like, hit the button. So basically she walks in. We have little poppers of confetti poppers, and the whole place is decorated, balloons, everything.
It was extravagant.
It was nice. They had it really nice.
Yes, it was.
And we pulled out some more bottles of champagne. They're like, we already drank a whole bottle, and we was like, well, we got some more for you.
And we drank a whole nother bottle.
Yeah, I got pretty
They got messed up.
I got pretty drunk that night.
They got messed up that night.
He couldn't get off the floor. He was laying on the floor, and he's a big guy, and we couldn't get him up off the floor.
Yeah, I was...
He was happy.
Yeah, I was.
And he, all that stress that you were feeling was finally over.
Oh, yeah.
And you were at the celebrating part, and of course we were all, celebrating, playing games, drinking. It was extravagant. But let me just say, when I first walked in and saw everything, because I was so under the impression for some reason, even though he almost spoiled it for me, that I was surprising y'all. So I walked in, and the first thing I see is confetti, poof, everywhere. And I was like, what in the world is going on? And I'm holding my roses, and I've got all this stuff in my hand, and everybody's screaming, congratulations. And I'm just like, and I was already filled with so many emotions from what had just happened. And then when I walked in, and I was like, oh my God, they did this for me. This is all for me.
They did a great job.
And I walked in and I hugged everybody, and I was just like, I just started bawling, crying, because I just felt so much. I didn't know I could feel that much at one time. And I was like, wow, these are my true friends. They're genuinely so happy for me. They love me. They did all this for me, and this is just incredible. And I've never felt more loved in my entire life, because you proposed and then they did that for me, and I could tell on everybody's face that they were all so excited for me, and it was great.
We had made a video. We put your dad, our friends, and just family members and stuff. We just like the days leading up to the proposal, we made little videos like saying how excited we were, and we showed that to her. And
I bawled.
Yes, she did.
Your dad was emotional.
Yeah. I had to literally, like, before we could start partying and stuff, I had cried so much that my makeup was, like, I had to go take my makeup off because I was, like, crying so much. But it was happy tears.
That reminds me. I think I don't know where I got this idea from. It was online, social media, somewhere. Leading up to the proposal, I had the ring, starting in January, and I didn't propose until August. But I saw online where this guy had, leading up to proposing to his girlfriend, he like took pictures of the ring.
Yeah.
Like, they would be sitting in the living room, or he would be cooking dinner, and his girlfriend would be, sitting on the couch or something. But he would like take a picture of the ring in his hand with his girlfriend, like in the picture, but her not knowing that
Right.
he's holding the ring. And he did this like throughout the whole time. So like, I think I took a picture.
You took a lot of pictures.
We was at the gym one day, and I think she was like doing the incline bench, and I was like behind her holding the ring while she was like benching. I think
There was one video of us walking up the steps of our apartment.
And you were behind us
Yeah.
with the ring, like filming us going up the stairs, and you were holding the ring like in your hand.
And it was one, I think, while we were down there at the beach, Caitlin was doing your hair or getting ready, and I took a video or a picture or something while she was,
You were behind me while she was doing my hair.
Yeah. And I did
The
a couple.
ring.
I did a couple of those.
Our very first ever Valentine's Day, he got me this little bear and some other stuff. But I guess that was like our first ever Valentine's Day as a couple. And I have a really bad emotional attachment to that bear for some reason. And I sleep with it every night. Don't judge me. And he took a picture of the little bear holding the ring. Yeah.
Aww.
It was really cute.
So yeah.
After that, the whole rest of the vacation, which is a whole huge freaking party after that. And then you proposed to me on the 23rd. My birthday was on the 25th. So
then we got to celebrate.
Then we got to celebrate my birthday, which was freaking awesome. Like, the whole rest of the week was just celebrating, like, a huge freaking party. It was the best trip ever.
We went to that local on the water. That was the most bougie place.
Yes.
It was like all the nice houses and boats, and they had a band out there. It was nice.
I drank way too much that night.
Yeah, you did.
We had a good time that night, though.
Yeah.
It was a really good time.
So,
Me and you did. We had a lot of fun.
Me and Brandi was out there dancing. Just us two. Like, we was like the only ones out there dancing, but it was fun.
We were still living in the apartment, and we had signed like our last like lease and everything. So, on top of the joy of them moving in together, because they moved into this house like
About a month ago.
Yeah. So it was like like 6 months or something after that. So we had to go through our divorce and finalize our papers, and we had to break things down. We moved out of our apartment, and
We went through the custody battle.
Yeah, it was hard. We had to split things that we had done together, and she was moving on, and we went through a divorce. So it's hard on me. And so, but we've accepted it. Me and Dee are friends now. I had to accept him into the relationship. When y'all got serious, you had to deal with me too, because I lived there. So he had to deal with both of us.
You come with a package deal.
It's a package deal. And
Plus Lola.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Lola, Dee?
Yeah.
He says he doesn't like her, but he loves her.
She's okay.
He likes her, y'all. He likes her.
She's okay.
When he thinks I'm not looking, he'll be petting her and stuff and like playing with her.
Yeah, because I want her to feel like she's at home. I mean, this
So
is her
you
new
like
home.
her?
So you like her?
I like her enough to do that, but she get on my nerves.
She hasn't bothered us during this whole video, and she
Wow.
usually does. I just realized that. She
must
usually
be
comes in
sleeping.
here.
You usually hear jingle jangle the whole time.
She's laying down.
No. So living together, how has that been on y'all's relationship? Is it going good?
It's been
It's
great.
been great. Really great, yeah.
We have
That's
a lot
good.
of fun.
We do.
Never a dull moment.
That's true.
We've
No, we-
already done a lot of cool things, like family things and stuff. It's weird, like cooking dinner for like a family now. Like
Which is very hard to do for
3 people.
3 people.
Yeah, me, you, and Noah, and we don't have Noah all the time.
Right.
But It's been really good.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Y'all haven't had any arguments or anything? Y'all been cleaning? Everybody doing their chores? Everything good?
Dishes.
Yeah, them dishes
and
need to be washed.
She laundry. I like not having to do the laundry.
See,
just
I
come in
hate
and-
doing dishes. Dee hates doing laundry. So I do laundry. He does dishes.
That's a good compromise.
Yeah.
That works out.
And we both kind of pitch in. Like, he does all the yard stuff, like stuff in the yard, and I, like, pick up around the house, and we both take turns, like, sweeping and mopping and stuff. So I feel like it's pretty even on both parts. We try to both contribute.
And
I
her
do
life-
most of the cooking, though.
Yeah, she's been doing most of the cooking.
But I love to cook. So I guess to wrap up this episode, we're going to kind of talk about how we chose our wedding date and how the wedding planning's been going. So I already knew for a really long time, I always dreamed of having a Christmas wedding. I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of the year. That and my birthday are like my favorite times of the year. So he proposed to me around my birthday. So I was like, well, that leaves Christmas to get married. And he loves Christmas too. We always plan fun things around Christmas time. So I was like, what do you think about having a Christmas themed wedding? And he was like, he liked the idea. Yep. So we chose December 10th. We didn't want it to be too close to Christmas and New Year's because, of course, we wanted to have all the wedding stuff done so we could spend time with our families during the holidays. So we chose December the 10th to get married, and our venue will be decorated like Christmas. There will be a big Christmas tree and greenery on the staircase and stuff. And
so it's like since y'all got engaged, just like about a year and a half before y'all got married. Like,
yes.
And I think that's a good time limit.
Yeah, we'll be engaged for about a year and a half by the time we get married.
Yeah,
that's a really good time to plan everything. I feel
like a lot of people just rush it.
They do.
They do. They get married so fast after like.
I told Dee I wanted to give it a while because I wanted to make sure this wedding was everything we ever dreamed of. Mm-hmm. Like, this is going to be our only wedding, you know.
It's a lot that go into planning a wedding. I don't see how people can rush it and get married within 3 or 6 months. Like, I mean, if you can do that, that's great. That's fine. But me personally,
it's a lot.
With me, like, you want it to be everything, so you want to make sure you have the time to.
And you don't want to feel rushed.
Yeah.
Yep.
And finances are a big part of it too.
That's true.
Making sure you have the money for everything that you want.
I feel like we're doing going a very simple way of doing this, but it's still expensive.
Yeah.
Like I've seen other people's wedding, and I know how much they spend on their weddings, and I'm like, man, like that's a lot of money. But I feel like we're doing like
pretty simple things.
Yeah, pretty simple things.
Nothing like too extravagant.
Yeah, and it's very expensive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We are a little over 8 months away from the big day, so
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. We are going on our honeymoon. We're doing it kind of different. Instead of going on our honeymoon right after, like I said, it is kind of close to the holidays. So we're going to wait till after New Year's to go on our honeymoon. So that first week in January after New Year's, we're going to Jamaica on our honeymoon. And I've never flown before. I've never been on a plane. So I'm going to have a panic attack probably because I'm terrified.
You'll be fine.
But it'll be worth it once we get there. I've never been out of the country. I've never been anywhere exotic. I've never seen clear water. So it's going to be an experience. And, of course, you know, when you go somewhere for your honeymoon, especially somewhere like Jamaica, they overdo it for you guys. Like, they are going to have everything decorated all nice. And I feel like I'm just going to feel like I'm in a fairy tale.
Me too.
Thanks for coming on here today.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're our first ever guest. How does that make you feel?
Special.
You are special.
Yeah, I know.
You're special in the head.
I know. Yeah.
I want to ask a question for the fans. This has to do with the last episode that we filmed. I know you're currently watching One Tree Hill, and you're watching Vampire Diaries too. Mm-hmm. So, do you like Nathan yet, One Tree Hill?
Yeah, Nathan, yeah.
Nathan.
I like
he started out kind of.
Yeah, he was a
Team Nathan all the way.
He was a DICK. But
I like Nathan better than Lucas. I feel like it switched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lucas,
he be struggling.
He did some shady things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, and are you still Team Stefan or Team Damon?
Oh, Stefan. Sorry.
But you like Damon. You do. Some of the...
I understand why Damon is the way he is. Like, when I saw his backstory, now I understand why he is the way, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all.
And wait till you get into it more, and you'll appreciate Damon more. You're gonna switch.
I don't like Catherine.
You're gonna switch. You don't like Catherine?
Nope.
Did you not see her backstory?
I saw her backstory.
Her whole family was murdered.
That's true, but still, I still don't like her.
Well, you're gonna like Damon. You're gonna like Damon. Trust me. If after season 3 you don't like Damon, I don't trust you.
I just want to see her. I just want to see her with Stefan and not Damon. And I know that she's gonna get with Damon. I know that.
See, I feel like with Stefan, she just tries to be like the most perfect and just do everything perfect. But then she's with Damon, and you really see like that she can be more herself with Damon.
Dee
And
always
you're gonna see
likes
that.
the good guys.
But like I feel like Stefan,
You don't like the villains.
She just wants to be perfect for him and do everything right. But then she gets with Damon, and I feel like she can be herself.
Does she have a turn?
Can't
We're
tell
not
you
telling
that.
you that. What about Dan?
No, I can't stand Dan. I will never like Dan. I know you say, "Oh, well, Dan's gonna change after this. At the end, he's gonna be really, really nice and this and that." I don't care. I do not like Dan. Never will.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated on
So,
that.
Yeah.
Dan, Scott, if you're watching this, I don't like you. I don't like.
Anyways,
I
on
don't
that
like your
note,
character. I don't like.
on that note, go watch our last episode. It's about all things TV, and it's really good.
So if you like what you're hearing, like what you're seeing, go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. Like, give us a comment, questions.
Let us know if you like the whole guest idea, if you want us to have more guests in the future, because we have some more ideas
Yep.
for future guests, if you guys are into that.
Share it with your friends. Let us know what you like, what you want to see. Follow us on all.
We're on
On all
all platforms.
platforms.
Twitter,
Twitter, yes, we are on Twitter as well.
Amazon Music,
Amazon Music.
Apple Podcasts.
Yep.
We're all over, guys.
So, Dee, anything you want to say to the fans before we sign off?
Oh, just like and subscribe. They're doing a really good job.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I hope you like this episode, and we'll see you for more next time. So, everyone have a great week.
Love yourself.
Love yourself, be confident, be positive, and look for the good things.
Yep.
So, and with that, we're going to wrap it up. So, have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.